12月6日中午，纽约法拉盛喜来登大酒店2楼宴会厅内庄严肃穆，为深切缅怀国际警察与退伍军人基金会 International Police and Veterans Foundation， 简称 IPF 及繁荣社区基金会 Prosperous Community Foundation， 简称 PCF 创办人、著名慈善家与社会活动家 Michael Leung 爵士的追悼会在此隆重举行。会场内外布满素雅花圈与纪念标识，来自不同族裔、不同背景的数百位民选官员、政界人士、社区领袖、慈善机构代表及社会贤达齐聚一堂，共同悼念这位一生致力公益、以行动服务社会的杰出人物。本次追悼活动由国际警察与退伍军人基金会及繁荣社区基金会主席陈卫主办。主办方特别邀请 Michael Leung 爵士生前的至亲好友、长期合作伙伴，以及多年来并肩投入公益事业的同仁出席。追悼仪式在庄重严肃的氛围中进行，与会者神情凝重，通过静默致意、深情悼词与肃穆鞠躬，表达对 Michael Leung 爵士的深切哀思与崇高敬意。Michael Leung 爵士1944年出生于越南，其人生横跨时代动荡，也见证了世界的变迁与重建。享年81岁的他，不仅是一位事业有成的企业家，更是一位始终将社会责任置于人生核心的慈善家。多年来，他秉持国际视野与坚定信念，持续投身慈善与社区建设事业，先后运营并支持多家非营利组织，服务范围遍及北美、亚洲及其他地区。在公益实践中 ，Michael Leung 爵士始终关注弱势群体的长远发展。他所推动的慈善项目涵盖教育、医疗、社区安全及残疾人士扶助等多个领域，其中为贫困国家优秀学生设立奖学金项目，协助无数青年通过教育改变人生轨迹，被誉为最具前瞻性的慈善投资。同时，他亦长期关注残疾人士及社会边缘群体的生存处境，致力守护其尊严，帮助其更好地融入社会，实现自我价值。多位同行与受助者在追悼会中深情回忆 ，Michael Leung 爵士的慈善并非一时援助，而是持续投入；并非高调宣扬，而是长期陪伴。正是这种稳定、务实而坚韧的付出，使众多公益项目得以长期运作，也让慈善真正落到实处，深植人心。基于其长期而卓越的社会贡献 ，Michael Leung 爵士曾荣获美国总统颁发的总统服务奖，并先后获得联邦政府、纽约州政府及纽约市政府机构颁发的多项奖项与表彰。这些荣誉不仅是对其个人成就的肯定，更体现了社会对其公益精神与公共服务理念的高度认可。此外，Michael Leung 爵士还长期受邀担任多家国际非营利组织及慈善机构的主席、高级顾问或董事。他所领导的团队由专业人士与志愿者组成，秉持高度执行力与责任意识，持续推动公益项目稳健发展。Michael Leung 爵士始终坚信，真正成功的慈善不在于个人光环，而在于制度建设、团队协作与精神传承。追悼会当日，来自政界、执法系统、慈善机构及侨界的多位代表专程到场致哀。出席嘉宾包括国际警察与退伍军人基金会、繁荣社区基金会主席陈卫、荣誉主席谢峰、李林、Gary Kong、苏恩用、秘书长陈伟、副秘书长王文、总顾问 David Tam、名誉主席林英明、庄东辉、贾东升、副主席 Anthony Miranda、陈玲玲、马丹桥、徐建安、池彩荣、陈美娇、队长符美华等核心成员。政界及社会贤达方面，出席者包括纽约州众议员郑永嘉、前纽约市市长共和党参选人 Curtis Sliwa、Newark 市副市长代表 Yugon Mayokoro Deputy Mayor of Kazim Bello、纽约市警长 Anthony Miranda、Ismail Malawi 100 Hispanic Man、Michael Daly 前纽约市第20选区参选人白玉清、Chauncey Gibson 知名歌手 Aaron Paul、电影与音乐导演 Tyrone Bullock、美国锁匠协会 Aloha 主席 Angel Ramos、Tony Lin 夫妇、新泽西州房地产开发商 Marcos Panlilio 以及 IPS 财政主管 Isid Farish 等。来自侨界的代表亦踊跃出席，包括 AAC 民安队队长吴一平、旅美上海同乡会会长周允、前皇后区区长参选人尹导、美国上海总商会吴凯等，与社区各界人士共同缅怀这位深受尊敬的公益领袖。在追思仪式上，多位嘉宾先后登台致辞，回顾与 Michael Leung 爵士并肩推动公益事业的岁月，高度赞扬其宽广胸怀、务实作风与不懈奉献精神。多位发言者指出 ，Michael Leung 爵士不仅在物质层面造福社会，更以人格力量与实际行动 促进不同族裔、不同阶层之间的理解与合作。与会者一致认为 ，Michael Leung 爵士虽已辞世，但他所坚持的仁爱精神、社会责任意识与公共服务理念将继续在社区中薪火相传。他的一生既是个人信念的真实写照，也是多元社会中公益力量不断凝聚的缩影。正如多位嘉宾所言，Michael Leung 爵士离开了我们，但他点燃的那盏公益之灯将继续照亮前行的道路。
今天呢，非常怀着沉重心情来这里呢，和大家一起缅怀我们的Michael Leung爵士。Michael Leung爵士呢，是这个一位慈善家，一个成功的商人。他运营了多家非盈利的组织，致力帮助全世界各地非盈利的机构，还有世界各地弱势团体。他曾经管理一项奖学金基金，资助贫困国家的优秀学生，并为残疾人士提供支持。他曾担任狮子会会长10多年。在任期间，梁振英爵士荣获美国总统颁发的总统服务奖。此外，他还获得了联邦、州和市政府机构颁发的众多奖项和表彰。梁振英爵士经常受邀担任全球多家非营利组织和慈善机构的主席和高级顾问职务。他领导的一支由训练有素的专业人士和志愿者组成的敬业团队，他们致力于确保慈善事业的成功。总而言之，梁振英爵士毕生致力于帮助有需要的人，改善世界各地人们的生活，他将永远活在我们心中。Sir Michael Leung is a philanthropic and successful businessman who operates a lot of non-for-profit organizations delegated to assistance the disadvantaged individuals worldwide. His previous intentions and activities includes managing a scholarship fund for the give children in improved countries and supporting individuals with disabilities. He served as a president of the Lion Club for over a decade. During his lifetime, Sir Michael Leung received the President's Caliber to the Service Award from the President of the United States. Furthermore, he has received numerous awards and citations from the federal, state, and city government agencies. Sir Michael Leung is frequently invited to serve as chairman and senior advisors for the many non-for-profits and charities organizations over the world. He leads a delicate team of the training professionals and volunteers, all committed to ensuring the success of his charitable organizations and the organ. In summary, Sir Michael Leung has devoted his life to assist those in need and in enhancing the life of the people of the world. He will be always remembered that. 好，谢谢大家。这个梁博士呢，他是一个非常 成功的这个慈善家。我们也知道，人的 life 呢，人的生命呢，就这么短暂，也就是几十年。但是人生的宽度可以是无限的，我们可以同时做businessman，也可以同时呢，我们还可以做我们愿意做的，比如说做义工、做慈善家、做这个社会服务的大众的志愿者。那么梁博士呢，他做到了。我们今天来这里，就是给梁博士一个安慰，给我们自己一个鞭策，给我们自己一个鼓励。好，下面我们有请呢一位嘉宾吧，来分享他的对梁博士的、梁硕士的这个现在请这个陈卫主席，陈卫。
各位亲爱的家人、朋友、基金会成员、来宾们，大家好！今天我们聚集于此，怀着无限的思念与敬意，追念一位对社区具有深远影响力的人，深切悼念我们的美国国际警察和退伍基金会、美国繁荣基金会创会董事长、前主席梁麦克爵士，他离开了我们承诺延续使命。梁麦克爵士毕生致力于公益服务，他的脚步走过疫情最艰难的日子，带领团队守护医护、警员、长者与弱势家庭。他为青少年开拓机会，设立讲路计划，坚信下一步的力量能改变社区。他更创立社安队，截止协助警方与社区建立更紧密合作，提升华裔在主流社会的能见度与尊重。他多次表示，希望透过社安队让华人不仅被看见，更被肯定、被尊重的地位。他的使命如同一盏照亮社区的明灯，他的善行是一股推动我们继续前进的力量。过去，他每天在办公室里经常忙到夜晚，为遇上困难需要帮助的人，为人群解决困难，不去一力，在社区数十年间凝聚了不少力量，使基金会稳健成长。我被他感动，更敬佩他的在社区服务精神，感到华裔更要团结，更认同他的远见，让华人不仅看见，更要被肯定。虽然梁主席已回到天家，但他的精神将永远与我们同在。美国国际警察和退伍基金会与美国繁荣社区基金会，在每一次服务中，在每一位被帮助的人身上，在每一个年轻人被鼓励的，都感受到曾经被关心和协助，让我们以再次深切的向前主席梁麦克爵士致敬。愿主安慰他的家人，也愿我们带着他的使命继续前行。谢谢。
I'm here today representing the Guardian Angels, we have Master John here, who is the leader of our Flushing Patrol. And we've had many involvements with the Prosperous Community Foundation Patrol over the years. They've done outstanding work. And I think in honor of your founder and the person who is the inspiration for this movement here, the work must carry on. Because the concept of people coming together to serve their community has existed for hundreds and hundreds of years. And it's our responsibility when we come into this world, what do we dedicate ourselves to? Do we dedicate ourselves to just taking care of ourselves or taking care of everyone else? That's the way I've lived my life. That's the way Master John has lived his life, the Guardian Angels, both here in New York City and now in 13 countries and 130 cities all over the world. So I'm proud to be here today. I've had many interactions with your founder over the years, and there was always a positive light that came out of the work that he was espousing, the work that I obviously saw in the streets with the patrol, and the work that we will continue to work in solidarity with you to do to make for a safer Flushing community, a better city, and a better country of ours, the United States of America. So I'm here on behalf of all the Guardian Angels all over the world to show respect for your founder and the respect for all that you do.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, good people. My name is Tyrone Barnes. It's a pleasure to be here. I come across the water in the city of Newark, New Jersey. I represent Newark street mentorship. I've been out in these streets for over 10 years. I designed a worldwide program called Newark Community Street Team. It was about bridging the gap between community and policing. Usually the police get there after the incident take place. The idea of the street team was designed to interact and intervene before any violence take place. Me and Michael work hand in hand. Very great guy. Correct Scott King said, "Be ashamed to die if you haven't contributed something towards humanity." This brother, it wasn't not one time that he ever called me. I'm also a developer across the water in New Jersey. He always called me. Any help he needed, any support he needed, he always called me. I was there every step of the way. Just a few months ago, he called me over there, and I didn't hesitate. You know, it's important. You know, for the brother, you know, good to meet you. I look forward to further exchanging thought and vision with you down the road as we move forward. As we look into the diaspora, the sea of faces in the audience, you see a well-diversified audience. It's well-diversified because Michael, it was important for Michael, Sir Leung, to have a well-diversified audience. All right, the well-diversified community, because it's a reflect of who he was as a person. It's important that we continue to move forward, push the state forward, push the foundation forward, and represent the best interests of a dream that Michael always had. Great guy. Without hesitation, I was there whenever he called me, and it's important for us to continue the mission and continue to push forward. Peace.
Welcome everybody to my district. I'm Martha Flores Vasquez. I am the State Assembly District Leader here in Flushing for 25 years. Michael Leung was a partner with me in many ways. He supported the community in many ways. Somebody needed food, somebody needed clothing, if we needed safety. He was always a coalition builder and yet very diverse. He helped me with diverse candidates in the community that he knew would be good for the community, even if they weren't going to win. He gave everybody a chance. Is that how you know him? Because that's how I know him. And I have to say that there's a lot of leaders in Flushing, Queens, and they say they are the king of Flushing, like Peter Koo, right? But one person that was definitely a leader, that was Michael Leung. And to me, he will be missed. He was a king, and from the heavens, he will be watching over us, because that's how dedicated he was. I want to thank the guardian angels who are here today. Today is a moment where people come together. Curtis, thank you for being here. And we do need a lot of good safety in the community. And the last time I saw Michael, he couldn't speak, but he used his tablet to communicate with me. And he reached out and said, I'm here for you. And he reached out to many people, and he said, I'm here for you, even when he couldn't speak. So he was a real strong, true leader. So God bless him. May he rest in peace. And thank you for your service, Michael Leung. God bless you. And thank all of you. Thank you. I am the State Assembly District Leader in the 40th Assembly District right here in Flushing. Thank you.
很多人都说他们是 Flushing 之王啊，但是在他心中呢，只有梁爵士才是真正的 Flushing 之王，因为他每一次碰到他、见到他，或者是见到任何人，都说你们有什么需要的，我可以帮到你，但是总是愿意、希望多帮助，这是非常感谢。
Hi everyone， 大家好。Uncle 梁这件事情发生的时候，我人在台湾当然没有机会参加他的告别可是那个树跟我讲的时候我就尽快今天赶到。Uncle 梁呢从我认识到现在。就好像刚才 Martha 讲的，他都是一直在为很多人着想。不算说我是他的会计师，很多时候他就是会一直指导我，跟我讲一些人生的这个大道理，一直到我参选。第一次的时候，他也就很支持我。当然您知道，他知道也是很直接跟我说，可能第一次出来选呢，这条路是会很艰苦的。也很老实跟我说，很多事情呢，可能会面对到，也会就是碰到很多钉子。在第二次选的时候一样，整个团体 Michael 亮的团体，从 Ann 还有这个大姐们整个这个 PCF 都出来帮我。当然Uncle 梁呢，好像就是也是知道，就是说也是蛮不容易的用共和党的这个身份来讲，在这里呢真的要谢谢 Uncle 梁就是在我这一生在他这里的真的好像大家说的都是为社区为别人着想经常很多时候真的是到工作到夜晚为了完成一件事情，所以在这里Uncle 梁谢谢你，谢谢你们，谢谢你的帮忙。因为讲Yeah, my name is James Pai. Thank you, Curtis, for coming. And thank you for Curtis for supporting 4 years ago now when I was running for city council. Yes, Sir Michael Leung has been an inspiration, and since the time I know him, not just an accountant, I'm his accountant, but we have many times he would lecture me in regards to how to be a better person all the time and give back to the community. That was the inspiration I got and have the courage to run for city council as a Republican. The first time I ran, Sir Michael Leung told me that there might be a challenge, a big challenge running as a Republican in this district. But I went along ahead with it and I got his support. Throughout the way, he did tell me that it might be a very, very uphill battle. But actually he was very supportive. Again, the second time I ran, the whole team, Sir Michael Leung and the whole team actually came out for me. I just want to thank everyone. I want to let everybody know that, like Martha said, yes, he is truly, a person who gives back very, very unselfishly, pretty much put his life giving back to this community, and like you said, Martha, supported the candidate might not be very promising. So I want to thank everyone. I want to thank Sir Michael Leung. Thank you so much. Thank you for everything that you've done for me and for everybody else. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. So Michael Leung was a very, very good friend of mine. He was in the brother. My dad come a very long way. He helped the Laverne community, and I knew Michael for the past 25 years. Everything I asked Michael to do, we tried. And I prayed that his soul and his family would be at rest. Next one will be the singer. 一个 singer 选一个歌手歌唱家叫做 Arnold Paul.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, cherished friends, and beloved family. Good afternoon. My name is pop star Aaron Paul, and it's my profound honor to stand here in New York City, this vibrant, resilient, beating heart of the world, to celebrate the extraordinary life of global legacy of Sir Michael Leung. Today we gather not to simply mourn a life, but to acknowledge a force, a presence, a man whose compassion touched continents, cultures, communities, and countless individual lives. So Michael was more than just a philanthropist, more than a businessman, more than a leader. He was a global force for good, a humanitarian whose work spanned politics, the arts, education, and social justice. His devoted life uplifted the vulnerable, creating scholarship programs for the academically gifted children in impoverished nations, championing individuals with disabilities, and guiding charitable organizations with unmatched passion. For over a decade, Sir Michael served as president of the Lions Club, transforming it into a powerful engine of service and hope. His tireless efforts earned him one of the greatest honors bestowed by the President of the United States, the President's Call to Service Award, recognizing over 4,000 hours of voluntary service. He also received numerous citations from federal, state, and city leaders, each acknowledging what we all know today. So Michael Leung made the world better, day after day, life after life. Across continents, Sir Michael was sought after as chairman, senior advisor, and mentor to organizations dedicated to humanity. His influence continues through institutions like the International Police and Veterans Foundation, known as IPVF, which promotes global friendship, culture exchange, and support for law enforcement officers, veterans, first responders, and their families. So Michael believed in unity across rank, race, language, and religion. He believed in dignity for every human being. He believed in building bridges, never walls. If I may, I'd like to share something personal. I had the privilege of meeting Sir Michael about 4 years ago. His longtime assistant and dear friend, Sue-Ann, invited me to perform at one of the organization's galas. At that time, New York City was hurting very deeply. The city was grappling with a disturbing rise in violence directed at the Asian community. We now remember as the height of the Asian hate era. As an artist, I felt called to respond. I wrote a song called Asian Hate with Master Tyrone Bullock, pouring into fear, the heartbreak and the plea for humanity that so many was feeling. That night I sat with Sir Michael, I sang the song for him. I will never forget the way he listened with intensity, with gratitude, with pride, and he thanked me for my voice to stand with the Asian community during one of the most painful moments in recent history. From that moment, he welcomed me not as a celebrity, but as a friend and ally. So Michael later invited me to perform at several NYPD veterans galas, an honor that strengthened my career and introduced me to incredible individuals who remain dear friends to this day. Nothing gave me more joy than watching Sir Michael dance in his seat, his age and his disability forgotten, just pure, youthful, contagious joy. In that moment, he wasn't just a global humanitarian, he was simply a man celebrating life. Over time, I was invited again and again to perform for Sir Michael and many of you that are here today. But I did more than just sing. I used my media contacts, my public platform, and every powerful connection I had to spread awareness of Sir Michael's life-changing philanthropy and to shine a bright light on the incredible work of the NYPD Veterans Organization. He supported me so passionately. Sharing his story with the world wasn't just a privilege, it was a responsibility I carried with pride. And so today I stand before you not as an entertainer, but as someone whose life was deeply touched by Sir Michael's kindness, vision, and humanity. So Michael, we send you forward with honor, dignity, and the deepest respect. Your legacy is alive, your generosity is alive. Your mission continues to every life that you touch. And let me just say this clearly, and from my heart, anytime your organization needs me, I will be right here always. Goodbye, Sir Michael, your generosity and your grace. We thank you for your grace, your courage, your compassion, and your example. May your legacy stand as a reminder of what one extraordinary human being can accomplish. Rest in peace, my dear friend. You will never be forgotten. Thank you.
As I sit here today, I'm grateful for the invitation to come celebrate Sir Michael's life. And I guess I want to start that Sir Michael kind of respected everybody, regardless of what your title was, right? First, he met you as a human being. He opened doors of opportunities for you, introduced you to great people. I met many of you at many different events, but Sir Michael's mission was about connecting people and making sure he was always advancing some cause. That relationship built just beyond our titles. It really became introducing our families to each other, going out to dinner, going into the community and meeting different people. But he was never one to kind of hide the cause, right? When he introduced you to something and somebody needed help, he knew somebody to call to make sure you make the connection. So Michael, I feel, is kind of like the gap, the bridge that brought people together when things are most challenging. And when we celebrated also, because we met many times in the park when we celebrated with the organization, even the public safety organization, we wanted to initiate that and have community policing, have the organization members out there looking out for the community. I think there was he filled a void in service and in love that we shared with each other. And it's going to be greatly missed. But in saying that, I also think that he has built many great people here in the organization. And so what we need to look forward to is making sure that we don't lose the connections that he built, the relationships that he built together. It would be a loss if we don't stay together at this point, right? And again, that's beyond our individual titles where we are. because after all the titles are gone, we're still human beings and we still know each other at a different level. We really have to appreciate that. So the greatest applause, the greatest legacy that we can give to Sir Michael is to say that we don't forget what he built and that we continue that going forward. And again, I see, we met people from all walks of life and all different places, and he was very humble in his conversation, right? He was never overwhelming. He was just kind of there saying, hey, let me introduce you to my friend. Everything was somebody who was a friend to him. And I think that was characteristics. Like we all go to events and people introduce titles. So Michael didn't introduce titles. He introduced relationships and people. And I thought that was a fantastic relationship. But again, I say to you that we met many good friends that we continue to have great relationships today. We can't lose that relationship, so I know my numbers are available to this organization always. Before Sheriff, right, Sheriff is a title. Anthony Miranda is a human being, has connected with the organization, and we had a relationship for a long time. We don't want to lose that at all. So again, I extend not only my personal, my family, and myself to the organization and to the cause that Sir Michael so elegantly showed us, to say that there's something for us to go forward with, and we can't lose that mission. So again, I'm just honored to be able to speak to his legacy. And again, I would emphasize this, he crossed all paths, right? So even people who didn't talk to each other, he kind of knew how to bring you back to the table and said, that's kind of over there, let's talk together today. And that goes with the law enforcement community, and outside the law enforcement community, it goes with the politics, it goes with the international relations, it goes with everything that he brought together. So I am honored to be here to be able to speak to you, be able to speak to his legacy and to his family. Heartfelt, my condolences to the family, because we are sorely going to miss what he has brought to the table. But again, I say to all of you, make sure that as we leave here today and we're celebrating his life, that we remember to hold hands. We remember to stay connected, because the greatest thing that we can fail him right now is to say that we didn't continue the mission that he started with us for many years. And again, I'm humbled to be a part of this group, and I'm humbled to have so many great relationships and conversations with many of you. And I'm looking forward to the many years that God has to give us, that we will continue our relationship, continue providing the services and helping the people in the community that he spoke to, right? Again, I say everything he did was about helping somebody else. And we're looking forward to continuing that mission with you. So from my family to yours, my heartfelt condolences, and we are going to continue our relationship for many years to come. As God puts us on the earth, we'll continue to talk to each other and support each other and build our relationship. So again, I don't know how to end this other than to say that I'm heartfelt miss the man, right? And not just Sir Michael in his relationship, but the man himself was somebody who touched your heart, grabbed your hand, shook your hand, spoke to you eye to eye, let you feel that he heard you, that he understood you, and that he knew how to help you along, right? So very few people have that kind of connection. He's one of those special people, but I'm sure there are going to be many more of you that grow through the organization, and we're looking forward to that relationship in the future. So again, I thank you, and I'm humbled to be here as part of this presentation. Thank you.
给我们讲最想说的话就是，不要因为梁爵士的去世会故事彼此之间的联系和团结，因为这是他最看重的。而希望以后我们还可以在一起，在这个平台继续梁爵士的为你的事业，因为梁爵士是他最大的贡献，是把我们所有不同的人、不同的平台、不同的背景联系在一起。那么我们今天就希望继续下去，任何时候他会愿意也帮助这个organization。谢谢。
Good morning. Good afternoon. My name is Angel Ramos from the National Latino Officers Association. I remember when we shared an event, and it was a very prominent event. The sheriff was there, a lot of people in the community. You met Sir Michael. I showed him a picture. He said, yeah. He said, yeah. We're going to memorialize him today. And he said, what happened? I said, unfortunately, he passed away. But what hasn't will not pass away is his legacy. That glow has extended to each and every one of us in this room and those who are not present. That glow means so much, as it meant so much to my family to be around. And the last event that we went to, they were asking me, "Where's Mr. Michael?" And I said, "I couldn't make it to this event." But they remembered him. They remembered him without even him being brought up to see the photo. They just remembered the event and they felt that glow. So I would just like to leave on and say that his legacy will continue. The relationships will continue. Thank you.
大家好， How are you, everyone? 任爵士呢是我认识了30多年的朋友，他做人呢非常的敬意，如果我有问题的时候呢，他就会出来为我讲话。这个人呢，我们是一生的不单只是朋友，是好兄弟，所以呢，我现在在这里告诉他要一路走好。Michael is my friend for more than 30 years. We are not only friends, we are like a brother. So wherever I have a difficult time, Michael will stand up to help me. This kind of relationship is I never forget. Michael, 一路走好吧。I don't know how I explain it to. We will all remember you. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Master Tyrone Bullock. I'm my wife, Jocelyn Bullock. We're gathered here to honor and celebrate the life of a true officer. As chairman of the International Police and Veterans Foundation, Sir Michael Leung dedicated himself to serving those who serve and protect us. Right here in Flushing, New York, he was a pillar of kindness, and his legacy will continue to inspire all of us. He touched countless lives. Each of us has been inspired by his examples. My wife and I are honored and have had him to be a part of our lives. We carry forward in his spirit. Thank you.
My name is Jocelyn Bullock. We have a blessing, and the family will serve my both and Sue Ann, that we have a blessing to have him to come around table in our own home and with me personally cooking like a family. And one of those years with my husband and I and Aaron Paul, we sit down and talk about the song that Asian hate. So we make personally for him by my husband, I and Aaron Paul, and though they forever remain, we always remember him at our round table like a family. And thank you so much, and we here for family, he forever lives by us. Thank you.
好，我们的议员。
You know, Michael served Michael Leung for more than 5 years. And as a military veteran for 24 years, I know he served and honored our veterans, law enforcement agencies, and people who support law enforcement. Because he believed in public safety. He believed in unity. And as we see here in this audience, a mixture of people of different ethnicities are here, honoring this person. This person goes beyond than what we see on the outside. He supported our law enforcement and as well as veterans in more ways than one. Galas, fundraising. So he touched all our lives small and large ways. So I will always respect this gentleman, Sir Michael Leung, how he looked beyond our own people here. And I'm so proud that I see how we all come out to respect him. And I respect the family, and I'm sorry, my hearts and mind, my deep prayers to the family who suffered this great loss. And not just only that, but our community itself. There is no one else like him in our community. It's a big tragic loss for us. And I hope he's in a better world. I hope that God up there welcome him into his kingdom. And I thank you, and I thank the family, really, bottom of my heart. The moment I heard about that, and it really affected me, because it transformed us. One person, how much he affected us, especially for our community. And thank you.
非常感谢我们的周议员从不远万里前从这个 Brooklyn 过来就是他作为一个退伍军人，在军队呢服侍24年，那么他非常感谢这个梁爵士为我们这个退伍军人的服务那么多年，他呢就希望大家能够继续把这个梁爵士维系事业继续下去。好。
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. My sincere condolences to all the friends, well-wishers, and lovers of Sir Michael Leung. When he told me I was going to speak, I was just trying to think of which of the things, my experiences with him to talk about. They were enormous. But my only happiness is that Sir Michael never entertained any negativity. It was a very positive. Everything about him, so that gave me the confidence to just come and talk about it. Anything about him is good. First, my name is Leung, former deputy mayor of the city of Newark, New Jersey. I had the opportunity to be taken to China for the very first time by Sir Michael Leung. So that first trip ended up being like about 3 or 4 more times that he took me there. So I know in the absence of time, I'm just going to be very brief, but there are very fun things that I just want to share with everybody. So the first time we went to China, we landed in Hong Kong. So because we wanted to show off, kind of sightseeing, show us places and stuff. He told us he was born in Hong Kong. So we landed there, and then we got into a bus, and then we were driving into Xinshan, mainland China. The bus broke down. We had a flat tire. So all this while, and myself and Kazi Bello were there, and my assistant there, an African-American chap also. So we're like, we used to change the tires. The driver was like, trying to call road service or whatever. So we said, oh, we're going to jump down and do all that. He said, no, don't go with them. He was protecting me and so everybody else. So, but we went and we changed the tire and came. He was very happy with that. And the rest is said. Then the next incident was we landed in Hangzhou. So there was e-commerce event going on. The founder of Alibaba was there. 2 counterparts of US senators were there. I believe the premier, he made sure that he introduced me. The moment we landed there, we had a different event, but he heard this thing was going on. The mayor told him about it when we came to see the mayor. He said to the mayor, okay, take us there and all that. So we got there, there were American Fortune 500 company leaders, and they were all there, had their program. But the moment we got there, Sir Michael told them, we have a new leader of the US delegation. And they said, who? He said, oh, the deputy mayor. I'm like, Sir Michael. So he made me and you should have seen the faces of all these Fortune 500 American company leaders and all that. Not just that they have this person claiming to be their leader, they weren't even sure if he's also an American because he has this long name and he's also one of the 2 or 3 black people in the room. So it was very funny. But he said, he kept pushing me and he kept pushing me. So the point I'm trying to make is this. So Michael, like the sheriff talked about, is what I call the epitome of what is good. He likes to take what is good in one place and bring it to the other. He was a great ambassador of the USA as well as China. He sold China to the Americans, I sold America to China. I saw this in my eyes. So he was, when he's here, he's talking about China, China, China. When he's in China, he's talking about America. So us Africans, I'm Nigerian, right? All that. So he always, every time said, what can we do to help the people of Nigeria, people of Africa? And we're working on a lot of projects. So I don't want to say, because I don't have enough time, I don't have enough day to talk about all the good things that Michael had done, especially to me. The reason why I dressed up like this, he adored, he loved to see me, appear like this. Even in China, he told me to bring some. He introduced me to regional governors and all that. He made sure, he would tell me what to wear this, come and let's go, So, and they kept confusing themselves. Say, but you say he's deputy mayor in the US, but he's African. And he would smile, and that was. So folks, we've lost a great guy. I'm going to miss him dearly. I saw him about, the last time I saw him was about 2-3 months ago. Yeah, reached out to me, he said, Deputy Mayor, come, let's have dinner. I couldn't hear him, but he brought somebody on the phone, and then we went there. Then he also told me about his eyes, and they were also having difficulty, eating well and all that. And but he told me it was okay, but he never felt sorry for himself. And he was still asking me, he needed to make a contribution for the then candidate for the US gubernatorial election, for the New Jersey gubernatorial election, my former boss, Graz Baraka. You know that this man, in his condition, he still came to Jersey and made that contribution. That's a great man we have. So folks, please, everybody, remember him in our prayers, in our incantations and everything. And I believe if there's a place better than a good place to be after life, I think he's there already. Thank you very much, and God bless all of us.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce me. My name is Tony Leung. I know Michael Leung more than 15 years ago. Yeah, 15 years. And she is my wife, Cindy Leung.
大家好，我是人生第一个在这里非常怀念Michael Leung10几年以来，我认识他一到现到最后一次跟他见面，给我的印象是非常的良好，非常的好。为人谦虚谦和，很谦卑，在这里祝愿他一路走好。
我们都得到Michael Leung的关怀和帮助。在这个沉痛的时刻，我深深的悼念Michael Leung，希望他一路走好。也希望这个警察和退伍军人的这个协会继续他的遗愿，把这个协会做得越来越好，为社区做出我们的贡献。谢谢。
I knew Sir Michael Leung years before I was the principal president and the first Asian candidate. We connected each other at that time because we support the same local candidates. If you ask me who is the true community leader, who can put people together, I would like to tell you, Sir Michael Leung. Sir Michael Leung worked for community for so many decades. He has a various role, not only in this organization, but beyond. So a gentleman who can fight for the community to the end, that's Sir Michael Leung. If you ask me, because I was in several campaigns, so whose event I attend most frequently, that's Sir Michael Leung's event. I even attend several times a year to show my support as an activist from Queens. So I see so many my old friends, new friends, they come together. We have a memorial service for Sir Michael Leung. I hope our communities can continue what we are doing. You know, a lot of issues here, but we will fight. We will unite. We united. We work together for our future. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Everyone knows me as Leung, and I'm here to pay respect to Sir Michael Leung and also to embrace the brotherhood that he created amongst us. I met Sir Michael Leung about 6 years ago, 3 months after my wife died, and also the same about the time when I was diagnosed with cancer. I am a 9/11 responder. And when I met Sir Michael Leung, he introduced me to people. He brought me to events. It made me feel important. It made me feel that there is life after 9/11. So I started meeting people. I started going back into business. And it's only my way to thank him by coming here and by embracing also the brotherhood that he created amongst us. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Thank you for this opportunity to speak. I'm going to make it brief. I had the great privilege and honor of knowing Sir Michael Leung for about 10 years. And what I noticed right away is he had a particularly kind heart. And he was constantly trying to help people. And it wasn't just me, because I would hang around his office from time to time. And I would listen. Of course, I didn't understand either Cantonese or Mandarin, but occasionally there was English being spoken. And he was always on a mission to help people. And I think that most people, you know, the general population is born with a decent heart, but there's very few that fit into Michael Leung's category of being dedicated. Every day when he would wake up in the morning and say to himself, all right, who can I help today? And that's what made him special in my mind and my heart. So, thank you for listening. It's an honor to be able to speak.
Well, first, I'm quite honored, and I want to thank the important people here, everybody. Sir Gary, Honorable Sheriff, and all the friends. First, I want to talk about that I was a son-in-law of China. I was Korean. I didn't lose someone, so I understand the process. My very good friend provided one shot to me, Sir Gary, and other friends brought me back into the business. Along the way, we met Sir Michael, and he was honored by my wife several times, talking about the good things that he did. So let me tell you some of the little things I know. The first is he came here and he started his life. And in 3 of my religions, we are judged on how we work with other people, watch the relationship.
and either more starts with that or peace among us. So Michael demonstrated peace. He saw the injustice to the Chinese people around the United States. He formed a friendship with a very good friend like Sir Gary Cohn sitting in the front row. And we were working on something about 2 years ago. We spoke about helping the Chinese businessmen get into the public office. Sir Michael and Sir Gary were very concerned about helping. The one thing I said to him is that the work he was doing with the police auxiliary, I feel safer in Flushing than I do feel in Manhattan because of the work they were doing. Another thing that was very important that Michael strived for was the idea of creating an environment where the Chinese could help themselves and help others. In that demonstration of Guangxi cooperation, they have done an amazing job, and it's attested to by everybody in this room. Everybody in this room who came today, Sir Michael touched them in some way, right? They made their life better, gave them hope, gave them a focus in the future. The best way we could honor this extraordinary gentleman is the work that he was doing and the work that Sir Gary was doing in cooperation with Guangxi to make the Chinese people and their friends, all their friends, find out this was something better. So I'm honored today to say that Sir Michael's legacy will live on in everybody in this room, and it's an extraordinary event. And I want to thank one gentleman after the death of my wife for bringing me back in here, and that's Sir Gary. I'm very thankful for that. I want to say to the family, I understand that you're going through it. I did lose my mother back to China. They engraved my name on the tomb. Thank you very much. God bless you, Sir Gary, all your friends.
Thank you so much for your sharing. 他说他的妻子也曾经多次赞叹 Michael 的事迹，他分享了几件小事情，尤其是当他们来到美国的时候，当 Michael 来到美国的时候，他是从零开始。那他所信奉的这3种宗教的话呢，一种是如何对待人，一种呢就是如何经营关系，还有另外一种呢就是如何决定战争还是和平。那同时呢，Michael 呢也用行动展示了和平，并且呢，当他看到华人社区在法拉盛以及在美国各地受到不公平待遇的时候，他也选择站出来。那他与坐在前排的 Gary 呢是非常好的朋友关系，同时呢 ，Michael 也提到也谢谢 Gary 在他的人生当中也做了非常重要的一个有力的决定。那么他们曾一起讨论如何帮助华人企业家、帮助华人社区提升地位与权益。那在他的眼中，就是我们的 Michael 一直用自己的力量来修补世界，连接人与人之间的善意。他也希望这份连接可以一直持续下去。再次感谢 Michael 的支持 ，Thank you so much。
今天呢，我是怀着非常沉重的心情来参加我们梁主席的这个追思会。说起来啊，我梁主席呢也是蛮有缘分的。很多年以前呢，我们在社区认识了梁主席，那个时候啊还不知道我们有个警察协会。后来交往多了以后，和梁主席交往多了以后，梁主席大家知道是个非常豪情也非常仗义的人，也喜欢社交。更重要的是，他是个坦率的人，他愿意分享我们警察协会的过往的点点滴滴给我，而且很诚恳、很认真的要求我加入到这个警察协会来担任他们的这个顾问的工作。加入协会这么多年来啊，我是耳濡目染，看到我们的梁主席兢兢业业为我们这个警察协会的发展壮大日以继夜的工作。他原先这个办公室在这个我们这法拉盛那个大厦啊，我也经常去到办公室去啊。总而言之，梁主席是一个慷慨的人，我刚才说了啊。无论做任何事都是非常谦和懂礼的，所以非常感谢我们的梁主席邀请我到这个协会来工作。今天我们梁主席往生了 我知道大家非常的难过，包括我也很难过。我没有想到，一个身体这么健康的一个老大哥，就这么离我们而去，心中是无比的哀伤。所以在此借这个机会，我也恭祝我们的梁主席给家人要多多保重。另外一点，也希望我们的梁主席在天堂路上一路走好，多保育我们的警察协会，能让我们这个警察协会能更好的在这个社区立足。谢谢。
谢谢，再次感谢李林先生的致辞和指导。他提到 I used to visit office often, and in short, Chairman Leung was a truly generous man, as I mentioned earlier. No matter what he did, he was always humble, polite, and respectful. I'm deeply grateful that Chairman Leung invited me to join this association and work alongside him. Today, Chairman Leung has passed on. I know everyone is heartbroken, and I'm also deeply saddened. I never imagined that an elder brother whose health had long been fragile would leave us so suddenly. My heart is always indescribable sorrow, so I hope what he did will last long in our man. Thank you. 那么接下来的时间，让我们有请上海会会长周宇致辞，有请。
今天我们聚集于此，以沉重的心情，共同悼念一位深受爱戴与敬佩的国际警察退伍军人基金会及繁荣社区基金会主席梁 Michael 爵士。他的离去，是我们所有认识他、与他共事过的人、受过他恩慈的人与巨大损失，也是他所投身服务多年的公共事业与社会公益领域的重大成绩。梁 Michael 爵士一直致力于国民的贡献，作为2个重要基金的领导者，他以卓越的远见、坚定的信念和无私的奉献，为振兴国际执法人员的关怀、退伍军人及家属以及推动社区的繁荣发展，做出了不可磨灭的贡献。他的工作不仅构建支持的桥梁，更点燃了无数希望的之光。他是一位真正的建设者，一位不知疲劳的创造者。他身上爵士的人，不仅代表着荣耀，更是其一生优者职业，贡献社会的真实写照。如今他虽然离我们远去，但是矗立的典范，他所推动的事业以及他留给我们的精神财富，那份对正义的坚持、对服务的热情、对社区的关爱，将长存我们心中，并继续指引我们的前进。在此，我向Michael梁爵士的家人致以最深切的慰问。爵士，你安息吧，你将永远活在我们心里。谢谢大家。
I met Sir Michael Leung through Luis Hernandez, and everyone knows Luis Hernandez as the current president of the 100 Hispanic Men, someone in law enforcement, a lifer, a first-grade detective, someone who advocated for unification of cultures, and Sir Michael Leung is someone who supported me in my race for New York City-wide office. And I am now a current board member of the 100 Hispanic Men. And I'm here on behalf
of the 100 Hispanic men in all cultures across New York City, Sir Michael Leung's journey hasn't ended. His journey started a while back when he came here as a young man to the United States and immediately started putting the organization together. So I have sincere condolences for all of the members that I have met, like the names, I don't have the names. I know they call the lady Yin Yin, right? The people that have helped Sir Michael Leung on a day-to-day, Cindy and others, Sir Wei Chen, who just became the chairman, condolences. Sir Michael Leung's journey continues. We are here to honorably send him off, but to continue his journey. It will never end. May his journey to unify cultures and support the Asian American, Chinese American community here never end with the organizations that he created. That now we have the chairman, Wei Chen, here with us. I have the translation. I don't know if you want me to.
我叫伊什梅尔马拉菲，今天能够代表路易斯·尔南德先生在此致意，深感荣幸。我们齐聚一堂，缅怀并致敬一位卓越的领袖——梁迈克尔爵士的重要支柱，更是一位跨越文化、连接社区、扶持后辈的桥梁人物。对他对社会事务的理解，从不在于头衔，而在于这个人诚信与坚定。他的慷慨、他的智慧以及他对纽约社区的付出，深深影响了无数人，也包括我们在座的所有人。路易斯·尔南德先生及百名西语裔男士协会再次向梁家及所有深爱他、敬重他的人致以最深切的哀悼。他的精神与遗产将继续激励我们，以团结、同情与服务来纪念他的一生。愿梁迈克尔爵士安息，愿我们通过继续服务社会、关爱彼此来延续他的光辉。如果您需要我在您要求时朗读这段文字，请随时告诉我。
各位来宾，我是美国上海总商会的共同主席胡凯，也是上海联谊会的会长。今天我们怀着非常沉重的心情来悼念我们的 Michael 梁。我认识 Michael 梁呢，是他在担任狮子会的时候。那么后来呢，他就进入了这个社区的安保队。那么他在安保队的工作，大家有目共睹，是动员了所有的住在法拉盛的朋友、亲戚，包括各个社团的领导。他发挥了团结大家、一致为社区服务的一个信念，在为大家工作。我们商会的洛蒂娜和他的先生搬到法拉盛以后，也参加了他们的活动，深有体会地说，Michael 梁做了大量的义工，为社区做了非常多的好事。在这里，还要感谢的是 Michael 梁，除了做保安的工作以外，他对现在社会上的一部分对老年人或者对其他社区的人的诈骗的活动，也进行了协助和咨询。我觉得这点应该引起我们社会的注意，因为除了保安的这个治安问题外，这个金钱的诈骗是一个很大的一个问题。在我们社区里面，有很多人上当受骗。我们商会里面就先后有3个人，被这种不法分子进行诈骗。所以在这里，我也希望新担任这个保安队的，包括新的领导和所有的义工们，都要继续的继承 Michael 梁的遗志。在这里我也看到了吴一平也在这里，他也有一支保安队，所以希望大家多多的支持他们的工作。他们的工作确实非常辛苦，而且是义工。谢谢大家。
我和 Michael 30年前在中国城金丰大酒联合受益城乡爵士会。 30年以前 ，Michael 他把陈香梅爬上去这个有两个加长的滑车，当时我们和江晴熙医生，还有台湾的赵女士举办了授勋仪式，这是一件事情。第二件事情，我当时主办了中国国民经济管理改革反道复旦大学的首席经济学家苏东升教授，还有清华大学的董其敖教授。Michael 非常慷慨，他请我们到他的餐馆去吃饭，而且讨论了他作为他这两个学校客座教授的事情。第3件事情就是他和陈香梅是几个人？我想在座的很多人都不知道。陈香梅到纽约的几次活动都是他前线，然后我请他几位台湾兄弟就在法拉盛的酒店举行欢迎陈香梅女士。所以Michael 对支援中国的抗战的历史工作，对陈香梅是队长的太太起了很大的作用，所以向Michael致敬。
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Olamide Davis, and I met Michael 10 years ago in the city of Newark. And one thing about him is that he is very positive, like everyone has said, and he loves everyone. And I'm partial to say he loves Nigerians. He's been to Nigeria so many times. He's done so many businesses in Nigeria. And even a couple of months ago when I went to see him with some colleagues and brother, he was talking about going to Nigeria. We could barely hear what he was saying, but he was just saying, I want to go to Abuja. He's someone that he loves everybody. He doesn't look at your skin, he doesn't look at anything. He brings everybody together, and we will all miss him. Thank you.
My name is Mustafa Kassim, Sister Olamide here, from Newark, New Jersey, and part of the African diaspora. I've known Michael, Sir Michael, since 2007 when I started the diplomacy school. But I knew him through a dear mentor of mine called Balozi Abi. Then Balozi Abi, who has an African Chamber of Commerce, and Sir Michael then has a Chinese-American Chamber of Commerce. So ever since we've been working together, and I just said that our life is like a journey, right? You come, you do your part, and you leave your footprint. So people are being remembered because of their footprint. And I think Michael, he lived a life. He was a true human being, somebody that transcends religion, culture, ethnicity. If you see all of us coming here dressed in African garb, just because to pay tribute to him, like my brother who said, pay tribute to him because he wanted everybody to embrace their own culture. And he loved this African culture, so we want to show off for him. And I think we just want to shout out to him. For us, it's a death, right? And it's sad. Our condolences to the family. But we feel like Mr. Michael lived life. He definitely lived life, and he really had nothing to regret. He came, he did what he had to do, which is take care of people and humanity. After all, it's about how much you do for human beings. I think God bless his soul, may his soul rest in peace, and may the family get solace and be strong. God bless you all.
Thank you so much for both of the speech. 他们两个人分别说，他们说 Michael 是一个非常非常好的人，却没有任何的种族歧视。不管是在什么样的一个情况下呢，他都一直在乐于帮助大家，并且他说 Michael 也去过几次尼日利亚，在那边呢也做过很多的业务。那就在几个月前，他也和几位 位同事去探访过他，那他仍然不停地谈想去尼日利亚。那么那个时候他们已经几乎听不清他在说什么了，但是仍然能听见他在说我想去阿布加等等的这些地方。那他说 Michael 呢真的是爱每一个人，不管你是什么样的肤色，不管你来自哪一个国家，不管你来自哪一个民族，他都是用他所有的爱，然后去帮助大家。那同样的呢，我们的先生也说了，说就是我们人从来到离开到最终的过程，都是要留下我们的足迹，那就是这一生我们来到要做像重于泰山一样的事情，把我们的足迹历代传递下去。谢谢 ，Thank you so much。
每一个人来到世界呢，都有他的使命。那这使命呢，也可能我们这一辈子也没有发现，但总会有那么几个人，总会有那么一批人，某一天他会发现，什么是他的使命呢？那个使命不是吃喝玩乐，那个使命也不是说让你养家糊口的工作，那个使命是让你即使没有钱给你报酬，没有回报，没有任何东西，你还是愿意去做的。那个就是你来了这世界的使命，那个就是你真正享受你人生意义的使命。那么梁爵士他发现他的使命，他的使命就是来帮助人，他的使命就是在这我们社区点亮那么一盏灯，在黑暗中给我们的光亮，这就是梁爵士给我们的最好的使命。然后我们大家也好好的发现一下我们的使命是什么。我们的使命起码包括一样，那就是继承梁爵士为这事业把这灯点得更亮。
是的，所以愿我们纪念他的方式，并不是仅仅是今天的深深的怀念，也更是传承，继续他一生所做出的贡献，纪念他一生奉行的使命，就是服务他人、团结社群以及扶持弱者。那么今天并非结束，而是他为我们铺上了人生的一条延伸的道路。那愿我们彼此支持，愿我们同手携手，同心携手，彼此珍惜，在他留下的光中继续前进。
Many years, he was energetic, gentleman. I think he's still energetic because his spirit will be have a long life. Michael is a 3A person. He's from Asia, and he walked from Asia. Then he walked to America. Second A. At his later time, then he think about widely think. He think about Africa. So that is triple A. It's a triple A, and he support his energy to all of from the Asian community, American community, and African people's community. Michael gave me a suggestion. He said, Richard, you have a very good position. You need to supply your life and your products to the world of the communities. I understand. And solid answer. Also, I think Michael have 3G person. He have great thought. He think about not only himself and his family. He think about community. He think about nation, U.S. nation. Also, he think about our world. So first, the G, that is his greatest thought. Second, that is he has great friends. From today's meeting, we see his friends from different times. Definitely, his from different countries, from the whole world. And the last that is has a great heritage. I believe it's a sword, it's a spirit. We are long life in our community and our country. Thanks for your coming.
认识30多年，在我20几岁的时候，我们相遇、相知、相识。他在我20几岁创业的时候，我就在跟上面接受帮助。我非常感恩，所有就有比较这样一个老师和这样的朋友在我身边。我也是前2天才知道这个消息，所以我就跟大家来信息来分享。我跟随着他曾经走过很多的地方，我去过中国很多的地方，跟着他，我们一起为这个世界的一些残疾儿童做我也看到他在美国这里很多组织很多这种当中为这个慈善做服务。一直以来我都感恩社区在法学在甚至在这个纽约社区有这样一个老师，有这样一个慈善在我们这个华人圈里面一直默默的服务。这一生他走得很累很辛苦，甚至他都没有好好休息过，享受过这人间很多他值得去的地方，去旅游啊，或者去享受生活。我一直劝他你要好好休息歇一歇，但他从来都是没有说我还有很多事情要做。希望现在他能够在天堂得到安息，得到好好的休息。这一生他太累了，也希望他能走好路，感恩他。谢谢。
尊敬嘅美國國際警察與軍人退伍軍人基金會美國華人社區基金會主席陳衛先生，副主席嚴秀安，相聚在場地沉重哀悼逝者 Michael 先生，他是華人社會嘅一大傳承，他嘅一生都完全決定我凝聚港民族之間嘅友誼，有大作出貢獻者。今天我在這裏，謹代表美國媽祖基金會董事長朱榮坤先生、主席黃永平女士、名譽主席朱立基先生和各位同仁，向他表示沉重哀悼，並向其家屬致以親自慰問。Michael 先生在2015年美國媽祖基金會成立之初已經榮登名譽主席，然後2019年在6月美國媽祖基金會首屆進行召開會議時，朱榮坤董事長親自委任德高望重Michael先生為世界媽祖基金會共同主席。他離開自美國國際警察與軍人基金會、美國華人社區基金會、美國媽祖廟基金會嘅重大損失。在此基礎上，大家一定要俾先輩個遺囑，緊密團結在一起，以為民服務繁榮，中華民族團結友愛嘅文化理念發展下去，讓世界充滿和平嘅力量，而努力奮鬥。在此謝謝大家。